Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Linda DeVitis, owner and founder of healingsonthego.com. I'm also the host of Healings on the Go. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant medium, author, certified healer, Reiki healer, professional space clearer, candle manifestation channeling, and a whole bunch more. You can always find me at healingsonthego.com. Please welcome my guests today, Kimberly Chapman and Tim. Welcome to the
Hey,
show.
what's up? How are you?
Hey. welcome. Kimberly,
Hello.
how are you doing?
Doing
A
well.
little nerve-wracking right now.
Oh, you poor thing. I know. Well, for all the guests, your story is very touching, and I would like you to introduce yourself, Kimberly.
Well, I'm Kimberly. I go by KC from Wake Up with KC. I'm a podcaster and a talk show host.
Nice, beautiful. And Tim, introduce yourself, please.
Okay. Hey, what's going on? My name is Tim. I live in the wonderful state of Georgia, in a town called Ackworth, Georgia. Beautiful city. Um, like to have a good time and hang out.
That's beautiful. Well, welcome, both of you. Welcome.
Thank
So
you.
tell us a little bit about your story, Tim. I know that it reached a lot of headlines with when you were looking for your mom through Facebook. Can you tell
Mhm.
us a little about that?
Yeah. It was a really crazy story. Um, so I was adopted by two lovely parents, and mom, yeah, I saw that I had letters, and growing up, and um, I moved to Georgia because I was in Florida, and my adopted mom, she had passed away of cancer,
Oh,
and we were moving everything out of the house, and on Father's Day, my dad found these letters and these photos and all this stuff about Kimberly, my birth mom.
wow. Uh,
And he asked me, he gave it to me, and he said, you should find her, see where she is, see what's going on.
uh,
So I had no idea where to go, no idea what to do. And I started looking at like getting like lawyers and stuff and all this, like just finding information and gathering it. And then one night I was just sitting there. It was like almost a day after I was just like weighing out all my options. I was like, man, I'm just gonna put it up on Facebook and see what happens.
mm,
What's the harm,
exactly.
And
Uh,
yeah, and then like one of my friends, Caitlin, found her in like 15 minutes.
really? Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, it went like super viral, and it touched a lot of people. And
Yeah,
I was very excited. I cried. It was,
of course.
and my my uh my adopted mom and dad. I'm glad my dad found that stuff and found those beautiful photos, and here I am now with my birth mom hanging out, and I love her to death, and it's changed my life. It's in a very positive way.
That's beautiful. What age did you know that you were adopted?
Um, I believe, uh, I would say maybe 14, 13, 14 years old,
That's
around there.
beautiful.
Hmm.
Kimberly, um, when did you decide that, it was a little tough raising your child? Of course, probably at birth, did you give him to adoption, or what age was that?
Well, you know, this was like 1987, and I just turned 19, graduated from high school, fell in love with a musician, rocker, because,
Ah,
80s. And he was very gifted and talented. He could play the drums, the keyboards, the guitar, and can sing. I guess I fell in love with that than the person.
oh,
And we moved in together, and then I got pregnant, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, really. And then, things happened, and it didn't work out between us, but I was left with, this situation. I'm pregnant. What do I do? And I really was lost. I was like, what do I do? Like, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. Here I am, pregnant, and there's this child inside of me growing, and I couldn't bear the thought of bringing this child in my circumstances. Like, to me, that felt selfish.
Yeah.
Like, how can I bring I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself.
Right.
I don't
It's
want
hard.
you suffering. I'm already suffering. And, I had this dream of like a vision or a dream or something. And he had the strawberry blonde curly hair. We were walking down, and there was like a shop with a window. And I knew it was a boy before I knew I was going to have a boy. But I saw him, and he's holding my hand, and he's like, Mommy, I want that. And having to tell him, no, I can't give that to you. That hit me so to my core, like, I can't do this to him.
It's tough.
And I made a wish, and I'm like, I love him, but I can't provide for him. I don't even know what I'm going to do with my life. How can I have him suffer?
I know.
And I wished that I was like, there's got to be somebody out there that can love him as much as I do, but give him everything that I would love to give him, but I can't. And it's like synchronicities or signs, if you want to call it, that I experienced looking back now, that Marianne Shear was the attorney, and she was for adoption and all that. So I just felt led. It was like I was being guided to help him and help myself and give Joanne and Douglas, who wasn't able to have children, but I just like, wow, I could give them this gift. I can't be a mom. She can. And he could be the father, because I wanted a father in his life.
Did you know them? Did you know the parents or no?
Back in the 80s, it was all closed. There was no such thing as open adoption. So once I signed the papers, that's it. I lost my rights, but was very fortunate when I did hold him after I even, gave birth to him, and I held him one time. And I told him, and I was holding him, I'm like, I love you, and I never want you ever to feel like I abandoned you or I didn't love you. But I want to give you a better life because I'm not able to. And I'm going to give you to these people, this woman and this man that want to have a family. And they're going to give you everything that you need and love you just as much as I do. And I was just like, just feel my love and carry it with you. And just know that I love you and I'm always with you no matter what. And after that, I was able to write letters and send pictures up to, I think it was 7 years.
Because
Because
and did you lose contact after that?
Because when I went and gave him, like, I had all these like letters for him, but when I went to the attorney, they were like, they moved and left no forwarding address, so all that communication stopped. So I was like, what do I do now? Like, where are they? What's going on? I did find out in the communication, they wrote me letters, sent me pictures of Timmy in a like elf outfit when he was a baby.
Aw.
They told me they traveled. He got to see goats. They adopted fraternal twins, boy, girl. He
Aw.
played t-ball. He was doing great in school. So that gave me reassuring that he was good. He was
Ah.
safe. You know, he had loving parents, and I made the right decision. And it was just confirming everything that I intuitively, not knowing I was intuitively doing things. It's just, you can't describe it.
Well, you know why? Because I believe, I remember before I was born that we pick, even though people are going to find it weird, but I did write a book about it, and we do pick soul contracts, which is he could have picked your looks and your genes, and his soul picked to experience life with another set of parents. So there's nothing wrong with you, Date. It's all soul contracts. You see, that's why you're being guided. It was all written unconsciously through charting. Gives me the chills even talking about it. But, you know, that's why when things happen so smoothly, you know that there's a deeper reason for that. How was your foster, Tim, how was your experience with your foster parents? Great, I'm sure.
It was amazing. They still are amazing. I love them very much. They're the greatest thing to ever happen, and I'm really glad I have lived the life I have lived with everything. And they always loved me. My mom, she loved me to death, and you know, they're always very supportive, even though I'm trying to stay out of trouble sometimes.
That's all right.
Boys will be boys, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay. We all came here to experience things.
Yeah. I'm sure I've given them some gray hairs over the course of my life.
That's what parents are for.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, life is beautiful, and now that I have my birth mom here, and Kim release a big piece of my heart, and I love you to death, and life is good. So if it's happening for a reason, I'm really liking the ride.
Definitely. I believe you picked to rekindle at this time for a reason. You know, you both are very spiritual. You both have that. And so you're both going to connect very deeply. You are already. I mean, you can feel the bond, the love between both of you, of course. So it's something that was never broken. It was just happened for a reason. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Kimberly and Tim. Stay tuned, everybody. Now we're going to show your video, which is it's so sweet. I'm like, I didn't bring my tissues.
Did you groom your beard yet?
Hi, I am Linda DeVitis. I am a psychic, clairvoyant medium, and certified healer. I have also written a book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and on my website, www.healingsonthego.com. If you would like to book an appointment with me, call me at 917-929-4935. Thank you.
For their families online on DNA websites. One man living hundreds of miles away got some answers after posting his story on social media. He is now headed to our area to meet his birth mother living in North Palm Beach. She sat down with CBS 12's Lily Ortiz as she patiently waits this reunion 3 decades in the making.
And he goes, I love you so much, and I miss you, and I just want to be with you. And now he's like, he's coming.
Those were the words North Palm Beach resident Kimberly Chapman heard after speaking with her biological son for the very first time this week.
This happened so quickly just because of a post with my picture on it.
600 miles away in Atlanta, Georgia, Timmy Jones took to social media, asking for the public's help in reuniting him with the biological mother he'd never met, sharing an old photo and details of a letter she had left him before they separated. All he knew was her first name, Kimberly.
Kimberley.
This post garnered hundreds of shares and comments from friends and strangers, and just like that, a few hours later,
I get up and I happen to glance at my phone and I'm like, what in the world's going on? Why do I have so many Facebook Messenger messages?
then she read one from a 34-year-old man with the same red hair and eye shape. Turns out it was her son, who she last held in her arms the day he was born, October 4, 1987.
And when I saw that picture, I was like, okay, wait a minute. How did he get that picture? And then he showed me another screenshot of all the other pictures with my letter.
Kimberly was 18 when she had him, without many possibilities to provide him a good quality of life, until she found a couple who could.
I get at that piece that's been missing all this time, and it's here. I'm like, please, don't wake me up from this dream. I just want to stay in it.
Speaking to us through FaceTime, Timmy is still shocked.
I just can't stop thinking about her, and I love her so much, and this is like, I'm about to cry right now. Like, it's just so, it's something like out of a movie.
This curiosity about his birth mother had followed him throughout the years, and he is thankful it did for this very moment.
So I'm just packing my bag with my hopes and dreams and heading on down to see my mama.
I'm going to give you the biggest hug you've ever had.
Reconnecting after 3 decades, and both are grateful for all involved.
Our whole world changed for the better.
In North Palm Beach,
I love you.
Luli Ortiz,
I love you too.
CBS 12 News.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Ria. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Lorraine. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Todd. Please like and share. It will be greatly appreciated. Welcome back, Kimberly and Tim.
Hey,
Hey.
So, Kimberly, how did you expect to get from Facebook, and did you expect to reconnect during that time?
Well,
sure
you
it was
gotta
shocking.
understand something, after I lost contact, and then, every year on his birthday, October 4th, I would think about him. I would miss him. It was like there was a missing piece of me. And then the holidays, and granted, I had other children, 3 girls, but they know about him. And they knew about him when they got old enough, around 10 or 11 years old. I would share that, hey, you have a brother. I don't know where he's at. This is what happened. This is what I experienced. And this is what I did. But you do have a brother somewhere. And I'm like, I hope I get to reconnect. But it's hard. It's when you do something like that and you love something so much, you sacrifice.
Yes.
You sacrifice a piece of yourself for something better, for someone you love. And that's a choice I made. And it took some time, and there was times where I got really depressed about it, because I didn't know if he was okay. That's the biggest thing for me, is not knowing if he was safe, if he was okay, what was going on in his life. Wishing and just wanting to know what he was doing with himself, if he was still around,
Right.
if he was alive. And I got to the point where I finally just surrendered. I'm like, I can't do this to myself anymore. I have to move on, because I have other kids, and I just whatever it is, and I can't do nothing about it. And then time went on, and I just got busy and everything. And then on June 22nd, I wake up and my phone's blowing up. And I'm like, what in the world's going on with my phone? And I see all these Facebook messages, and I'm like, who is this? What is going? And I'm just like trying to make sense because I just woke up, didn't have a cup of coffee yet. And I'm just like, okay, wait, drink some coffee. Okay, go back. And I'm like, wait a minute. I see 10/4/1987. There's people, oh, we're not trying to stalk you. We're not trying to, we have a good friend that's looking for his birth mom. And I see the 10/4/1987. I'm like, okay, how do these people know about 10/4/1987? And then I came across his message.
That's beautiful.
And as I was reading it, and then I see my picture.
Aww.
And I'm like, okay, there's my picture. There's me. And I haven't seen his face yet. I'm just looking at the message. And I'm like, okay, is this really happening? Because that's my picture. There's this person reaching out to me. Is this a dream? Is that my son? How did he get this picture? So then he screenshotted me another picture, which had all the other pictures that I sent him and my letter. And then I knew that's my son. Oh my God, he found me. Like, oh shit.
That's so beautiful.
I couldn't stop crying. Like, this is really happening. That's my son. And then when I saw his picture, I'm like, holy shit, that's the male version of me, kind of thing. So, and I'm like, but I have more hair than he does. So
Sure. It all went to my face.
guys are funny.
We started, like, I emailed him, then I got his number, and I texted him like, yes, it is me, your birth mom. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then we got to FaceTime each other. And it's just been, he finally got to come down to see me. And I'm hoping, with my fingers crossed.
It was an adventure getting down there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Please share your adventure. Because then I'll share my adventure that I'm going through now.
Yeah, so.
What was it? The plane ride was acting crazy?
Well, no. So like I didn't have I forgot exactly how it originally started. It was because I was going to drive down there. And just pack up my stuff and just go. And but I needed new tires, so I had to go in the morning to go get new tires to drive down there. So I go to this tire place, and I get there at 9 a.m. and it's like a 10-hour drive. Wow. So I'm in there, and the guy's like, "Well, the tires aren't here yet. It's going to be an hour till they're here." I was like, "Oh my God!" So then we start going, and everything. The tires finally get there, and I'm putting them on, and the guy's like, "Hey, you're going to need a tire alignment. It's going to take an extra 2 hours or something like that." It was just more time. Oh, and by that time, it was going to be like lunchtime, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I was like, "Oh my God!" So I'm panicking, and then I'm like, "Well, screw it. I'm going to book a flight." And so
who helped you?
Well, my lovely sister Katrina. She because I was talking to her, I was like, "Please help me find a plane ticket." And so we started looking, because the tickets were like $600 or something like that. Like, it was like an insane amount. And I was like, "Oh my God!"
Crazy.
So we start calling all these places and trying to find flights, and thank God we found one, and it was like reasonably priced, and it was like right there. I just had to show up at I had to be at the airport at like 8 o'clock.
Wow.
So okay, so then so I acquired the plane ticket. I pack a bag for the weekend, get all my stuff, and I'm starting to head to the airport. Well, by this time it's like 6 o'clock in Georgia, and that time on any road ever, it's just horrible. Like there's horrible bumper to bumper traffic everywhere. There's accidents everywhere. It's like the worst place on earth to drive. And so as we're going down there, I'm on this highway called 285, and there's this huge dumpster or a dumpster truck, basically pulling all these spare parts. And it was this huge like metal coil thing. I don't know what it was, but it fell off the dude's trailer and it was like on the road, and cars are going crazy. And I mean, it was just insane. So I finally survived that, and then get to the MARTA. I take the MARTA down to, which is like a train station that goes to the airport. And on my way down there, something had caught on fire, like on the track. So we had to stop. So we had to stop and wait, let them figure all that out. And that was just adding time to my flight leaving. So it was just getting closer and closer and closer. And then like I finally got off the MARTA, got to the airport. The line for security is like super huge, and it's just crunch time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to make this flight. So I finally get up there. We get on the plane, and we get up into the air, and there's like a storm coming or something with the storm. So it's like more stuff. Wow. So I finally land at like what I think it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. One, and then finally got there. And then on the way back, there was a storm coming in at PBI, and basically the captain over the intercom was like, "Who cares what seat you're sitting in? Buckle up, we're taking off." So I'm just like sitting there like, this is really happening right now? Like, what's going on?
It's like a movie.
It's like something out of a movie. And
exactly.
it was just a wacky time. And then next week is my birthday. And she's trying to come up, but then there's this hurricane happening. So it's like we're always fighting the weather just to hang out. It's crazy. Every time. There's always something going on.
Oh my God, that's horrible. How is the weather there, Kimberly? Is it okay?
Anne has taken a shift.
Good, thank God.
And instead of hitting Tampa, it's the Fort Myers area, and we're like right across, like the opposite side of Fort Myers in a way. So it's just wild right now. And I'm supposed to leave. I'm supposed to be at the airport, I do believe at 6 in the morning at PBI. So now, yeah, because I planned everything to where I could spend this is my first time, coming up to see him, and I wanted to have a birthday with him because I waited 35 years. He'll be 35 October 4th.
Well, God bless him. Happy early birthday to you. All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I planned all this. He planned what we're going to do for the weekend, and I'm all excited. And the weather is starting to turn more fallish up there.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay, I asked him, like, how's the weather up there? Do I need to bring a jacket? Is it getting colder? So he's like, we're going to do a bonfire. I'm like, yay!
That's beautiful.
But this hurricane sort of depends what happens. Like, are they going to cancel my flight?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's dangerous with a hurricane. How are the other siblings? I'm sure they're so excited to meet their brother.
In a way, they're like a little jealous and a little upset because they don't get to go with me.
They're like, you're getting all the attention.
I'm being with him. I'm like, next year we'll all be family, but this is my first time, so let me have. And they sort of get it, but they're like, "What? You're going without us? You get to go see him?" And I'm like, hello."
They're envious, huh?
Well,
what can you do? You gotta, your lost son, you gotta spend time with him. Of course.
I am savoring every moment I can
Yes.
being reconnected with him. It's like, to me, it's like that void has been filled. It's like that missing link.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it changed everything, my whole outlook. And
Oh.
now I am like, yes, I feel like Wonder Woman or something.
You feel complete because you know
Yeah.
everyone where they are, and you know you're not looking for anyone. Your mind is at ease. You can contact them now. So thank God. You see, God brings you to exactly where it's supposed to at that time.
And what's fascinating is, learning more about him and, his gifts and him being in loving music. I love
Wow.
music.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, wow. And come to find out, when we first talked, connecting, he was at a Taco Bell drive-through, and I'm like, are you getting a burrito right now at Taco Bell? They're like, that's my favorite fast food. So those synchronicities of, wow, you like Taco Bell too? I do too. That's my only fast food thing that I go to.
And I love it too, by the way.
Taco Bell's always good.
Yes, I love it. I love the wraps, but that is so fun. You can tell you have a lot in common, and your energies are all swirling in love, which is beautiful.
It is. And he likes fishing. He likes outdoors. He likes, there's so many similarities about us. It's just like mind-blowing to me.
I know. That is so beautiful. And fishing. Who likes fishing? Because I feel fishes.
Yeah. Guilty.
See?
I love
I
fishing.
feel fishes around you guys. That is so funny.
Yeah.
Fishing and everything. You guys have so much in common and more to discover. We're going to take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned, everybody. Hi, I am Linda DeVitis. I am a psychic, clairvoyant medium, and certified healer. I have also written a book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and on my website, www.healingsonthego.com. If you would like to book an appointment with me, call me at 917-929-4935. Thank you.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
This is a sexy show. Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey. The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor,
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
entertainment,
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful!
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, everyone. Please like and share. It will be greatly appreciated. Welcome back, Kimberly and Tim. Yay! Again, a beautiful story that hit the airwaves, and I'm so happy and honored to have them on today. What are your plans for the future?
Hanging out. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of plans for sure. A lot of fishing for sure. Eating a lot of tacos. Going to see a lot of live music. There's I live like 30 or 40 minutes from Atlanta, and there's always music in Atlanta. So definitely when she comes up, there'll be a lot of music, lots of music going around. And, I couldn't even. There's just so much I want to do and spend time with her and have a good time, as life is intended to do.
Exactly. That's beautiful. Kimberly, are you going to write a book? I feel you writing. I don't know why.
There's probably several books in line. And the one thing that I'm so very grateful for and just in awe and admire and adore the most is knowing that my son is in music and he can sing. And he has a band and he's been in music. That's what fascinates me more is he's been in all these bands, he's toured, he's done all these things. And granted, it's a different genre than what I'm used to, but that's the way he shines. And he's learning so much and evolving and growing, and he has a new love, and he's just shining now. It's just like a 360, 180, whatever you want to call it, turn. And I'm very proud of him. I look forward to seeing him perform. And I look forward to that day where I'm right there backstage or in the front row. I just want to see them shine.
You're going to be the groupies.
Yes. I'll be like jamming right there with them.
You are. You're going to just pull up a stool and start singing. You have it too. You just got to get it out. She has it, I bet.
Sing, it's definitely, it's definitely in our souls for sure. It's definitely in mine.
Yes. That's beautiful.
And yes, I do sing, and I just resonate with certain, I guess, genres, but it comes from love.
Yes.
When I can find that, I just pour it out. And I think that's, music is therapy. Music is my religion.
That's right.
It also connects us on a deeper level. That I do know.
Yes, it's a high vibration. It heals everything, I believe. The music.
Well, it connects to our chakras. Yes. It connects to our chakras. Every one of our chakras resonates with a note.
Exactly. And what do they tell you when you want to clear them? Sing, hum. Yeah, it clears your throat and everything. So that's awesome.
Yeah, people think I'm crazy when I'm in my car and I'm singing out my heart.
That's all right. Just keep doing it.
I don't care. I'm like, hey, I'm just being me. I'm bringing my vibration up, my frequency up, and just expanding the love that I feel being me.
Exactly. Who cares what they say? Like I said, they're always going to talk, so might as well just have fun.
Yeah, why do you wait until you're 50 to figure that shit out? Do it when you're younger, not until you're 50.
That is so funny. Well, you definitely also have, I don't know if both of you, well, I know Kimberly does, but you both have past lives together. And I do feel that you've had a past life and you have more coming. I feel medieval with both of you. So I see Kimberly with her tight little dress and her nice little gown. And your son was a man then too. So I feel like you have a lot of past connections. And it's okay that, it's hard for him, of course, because, it's a change when you have different parents, but it was all for the best. I'm not saying that, it's very hard for both of you, but I mean that the soul picked different, ways to experience. And now you're back together and you're going to be like a spider weaving in awesome energy, which is awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Me
Yeah,
too.
it's beautiful. Do you like who likes to travel more?
I don't know. I mean, I
We
feel like,
both. It's a tie,
yeah,
really.
yeah,
Ah, okay.
it's pretty much equal. Yeah.
Well, that's good because I know some people don't like traveling at all, but I kind of figured that, you're both back and forth. You can spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot
you're,
of places to go and a lot of things to see in the world, you know.
yes, yes.
Absolutely. I want to take him to Egypt. I want to take him to Peru. I want to take him to Greece.
It's
That'd be really
funny.
cool.
I feel with your son, Alaska, like he's been there before. It's so weird, but just flashed me about the indigo, the
You're in
little,
Alaska.
Yeah.
I do see that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know in this life, but I
I've
feel
de-
that energy with fish is like frozen fish.
I've definitely been to Anchorage, Alaska before. So
Oh,
yeah.
you have? See? I wasn't
Wow.
Yeah.
sure. See?
I see, like, I know in our past lives we were like Vikings.
You've had many lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're just going to like now I'm getting certified for past life regression because it's true what you told me, Kimberly. You motivated me. And you're like, you have to heal your past lives because it's true. We carry so much cell memory that a lot of things, should be released. Because when you develop a fear out of nowhere, that's usually a past life thing. And it was at an age that something could have happened, but clearing it out. So thank you for your motivation, Kimberly. You're awesome. She's a beautiful spirit.
Well,
You're always,
you.
your mom is always eager to help everybody, which is very sweet of you. Yeah. And your dad, Tim, how is he? He's alive. Yes.
Yes, he's doing wonderful. He is living his best life and having fun and being a superhero dad.
Ah, that's beautiful. And I don't feel he's jealous at all. I think he probably motivated you to find it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it was when his father Douglas was going through the stuff, it had to be on Father's Day.
Oh. Wow.
And they met up and he gave him the envelope with all my information in. And then it happened Tuesday night on the 21st when he posted, looking for his birth mom. But on the 22nd, when we reconnected, was his mother's birthday.
Wow. They gave me the chills. And she passed on, unfortunately.
She might have passed on, but she's still around.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Of course. I was going to say she probably motivated him from the other side to find you because that's what I feel.
Her and my father.
Yes, that's beautiful.
So they were both on the other side going, hey, we need to reconnect them because they're, it's time. So let's do this and figure that, I know and believe in the other side, being intuitive and experiencing things that I experience. There is an invisible realm around us.
Yes, definitely.
There are guides. There are, our loved ones. They just happen to be on the other side. They're still living. We are ghosts inside a machine. Like Dr. Wayne Dyer says.
Yes.
There's a soul inside this that's keeping this machine going and experiencing life. What we do with it, it's up to us.
Exactly. We're just like characters playing on a stage, and that's so true. We're experiencing things to our soul's level. So that's awesome that you guys connected. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for both of you. It was such a beautiful story.
I can't wait to hug him. Stick my fingers through that beard.
So hopefully you get to go out tomorrow. Are you staying long, like a week or?
Well, I planned on, because I'm a Virgo, I planned, very detailed and organized. So I was like, I want to make the most of my weekend. So I found a time to where I could get there at 8 o'clock in the morning. And spend all day Friday and then Saturday and leave Sunday night to come back here. So I had that all that time, So I was sharing with him, okay, this is my flight. I got to be at the airport at this time, but I could be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Can you take time off from work? And I could spend most of Friday with you and then all day Saturday. And I want to meet all his friends and, Lauren, Jason, Jeremy, Jeff. There's like so many people that I just wanted to meet that's a part of his life. I want to get to know those that he, surrounds himself with, and, the people that he works with, and his father, Douglas, and I just want to be a part of his life and get to know every little detail of it.
That's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm going to just say it anyway.
Go ahead.
The new love, and her name is Emma, so I can't wait to meet her.
That's so beautiful.
Yes, she's a shining star. She really is.
That is so beautiful. Well, you know how it is now that you're there. You're all protective energy, and it's so beautiful. She's going to tell you all her channelings and all her readings because your mom's very open. You believe in that too, I'm sure. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yes, we've had some experiences with me channeling, and that was amazing in itself. I was so blown away by that.
Well, we look forward to the next show. You guys doing it when you're ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yes. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, we'll go on to the next subject. But a lot of people love hearing about it because it's just that fascinates them. I always say it's such a huge universe. You can't be like the only ones, the only species of Earth. There are other dimensions and other, levels. And so everybody likes to hear about it.
Well, I know. But he's had a very long day. So
no, I know. Not channeling now.
And then dealing with this hurricane, I'm like,
the energy is too scattered and bumpy. And we wouldn't even have much time. We only have about 5 more minutes. So, but you're definitely very gifted, and you're going to teach him a lot of stuff is what I feel. You're here to teach him a lot of things. You're going to open him up a lot too. So we both, you and your son experiences a lot of things together. And you're definitely his mentor, not only his mom, but his spiritual mom too. You came to his life for a reason, of course. So I know he's ready to listen.
Well, I'm looking forward to learning from him.
Of course. You both learn from each other. We all learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has his own gifts too.
Oh, yes, he does.
The American Indians, I always feel with Kimberly. I'm like, where are the feathers? Remember?
Yeah.
I feel that too. You both, we've had so many lifetimes that reincarnate, but I feel that every lifetime is so different from the other one for some people. So with you guys, it's just like you've always been together. So like you recycle back together.
Mm-hmm. And then
it's a
we
beautiful thing.
Share our wisdom and knowledge.
Exactly. That's for sure. So do you have any messages for people that are looking for their kids and they have a hard time from your experience? Like any advice for moms, that some people are very hard on themselves. I know that, and they can get very depressed and even suicidal. So do you have any like words of wisdom for them not to feel that way from your experience, because you went through this?
The advice I can give is just if you really deep down in your heart are in the same opportunity and the same reasons of chance, there's nothing to lose. It's an experience in itself, whether it goes positive or negative. And I kind of felt like I wanted to know and explore and put it out there and just to see what would happen. And it was a very good decision, one of the best I've ever made. So, I guess if anyone has any hesitation or fear, there's no reason to have that. It's an experience. It's an experience that you can cherish, whether it's good or bad, but it's still an experience. So roll the dice, man.
Exactly. And Kimberly?
And for those that, it coming from an aspect, if you're in a situation or circumstances and you can be able, like I did, don't get me wrong, I've experienced miscarriages and I've also experienced abortions. I was at a different circumstances, but dealing with Timmy, I felt led. I had this strong feeling,
Yes.
and I just went with it.
Right.
When you do that, you're giving somebody that can't have children.
Exactly.
You're giving them a gift.
Exactly.
It all depends on your circumstances. And if, you're the parent that's adopting and taking in this child, just know that you don't know what that person's going through, why they did make the decision, but you got the gift.
That's right.
And let that child know that somebody, you don't know what the circumstances were. Let them know that they are loved no matter what.
Okay.
And have the information to where you be honest with them. So when they get to that age, you let them know, hey, you are adopted, and explain your story. We couldn't have children, but we were able to have you. Someone, whatever reason, made the decision to give you up, to give us a blessing, a gift of love. And, if you want to later on, we'll help you find, your birth mother, so you can, because you're going to have questions. You're going to wonder why and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just be honest with them and let them know that no matter what, they're still loved.
Exactly. Well, you guys are a beautiful, beautiful team. It's such an honor to have both of you on. If anyone wants to reach out to you, where can they find you, Kimberly?
I have my own podcast and a talk show. It's called Wake Up with KC, letter KC. You can reach me on Instagram, all the podcast platforms, iTunes, iHeart, and that's how you can reach out to me.
And Tim, how can they reach you if they wanted to connect with you?
Facebook or Instagram, really. Timmy Jones on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's Timmy is terrible.
You might want to change that now.
Yeah.
Well, everyone,
Timmy is awesome.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
Cool. Yeah.
And you guys can reach me at healingsonthego.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kimberly, be safe. And Tim, such an honor and pleasure to have you on.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Have a great night. Be safe, Kimberly, which you will be. And all the best to you guys. Much love.
Much
God
love.
bless you both.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great
you too.
night, everyone.
All right. Bye.